So I think overcoming the lie of I'm just an anxious person. Everybody has anxiety nowadays. And then the second lie, and then for the I'm anxious, the lie was I'm anxious, but the truth is I am calm. And then I replaced that with the scripture of Philippians 4:6-7 that says, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart. So with the enemy telling me, hey, you're just an anxious person, you're always going to, deal with this, you're always going to have to take medication for it, I'm able to replace that with God's truth of, no, I'm made perfect in his image.
Yeah. And that's, we talk a little bit here about, declaring things over your life, speaking those things out over your life. So similar to what your Christian counselor does is what we say. Get a sticky note. If you know that you're always anxious and you're always, stressed out, find a verse that speaks to what that's talking about, that's replacing those lies with the truth. All right. I love that.
Yeah, no, thank you. And we actually went through certain situations in my life that stood out, and we found the lie that was common in all of them. And then we approached those lies one by one. So I definitely encourage everyone to do that and just keep those on repeat, because if it was introduced, especially when you're young, the enemy's going to continue to use that.
Yeah.
But the other lie that I recently believed, and this is the one that I think I realized where the enemy had truly got to me, and I thought I was going insane. It was that I was guilty. The enemy was putting thoughts in my head, like if I talked to a man at work, that I had cheated on my husband. And I mentioned in premarital counseling that I never want a divorce. That's my biggest fear, because that's what I saw my parents go through. So the enemy used that. He was like, you know what? That's your fear. I'm going to take it and use it. Thanks for letting me know. So I would have these fears that if I said the wrong thing or did the wrong thing, that I had cheated on my husband. And I remember being so bogged down with these lies that I started crying when me and my husband Larry were working out at Planet Fitness, and we ended up going to the car halfway through our workout, and I said, you're going to want an annulment, because we hadn't been married for 30 days. And I told him why, and I was like, because I've cheated. And he said, well, how did you cheat? And I was like, well, the accusations. He said, you have done nothing wrong. But you get so caught up in the lie, and the enemy will attack what you care about. And then I also learned, with the situations that I had when I was younger, about having to do something a certain amount of time
in order for something not to happen.
And the repetitive thoughts in my head that I was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, which is another way the enemy can attack you as well. Hey, we're going to diagnose you with things of this world, and we're going to label it something, which is true, because our flesh can battle with the things of this world, but knowing that it's all tied to a lie from the enemy.